I can't see a thing, Jim.
Well, hold on.
I swear, it's always some damn thing. Wait, got it. Ah, hell, this thing ain't gonna hold.
Shut up.
Damn, you're ugly.
You girls strapped in nice and tight now. Tighter than your mama leg. That's a good one, Mick. Locked in and cruising.
What you got for me out there, Joey Ray?
We got Terra for sure. I don't know about the rest. We got a big old buttload of floating debris out here.
We hit pay dirt this time for sure. Explain to me how we gonna get all this home. I'm detached and moving toward the derelict spacecraft.
Damn it, Jim. Video's out again.
Well, quit picking at it.
I ain't thinking at it, damn it. I'm out here with a hands in my kitty up in here and there slapping your jacks. I'm here with your dirty Hold on, I got visual. Get the damn smoking left back! I'm behind the ship! I'm behind you, Jim!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to me actually making videos! Yay! If you're watching this in the far distant future, when I have already uploaded this, I haven't actually uploaded for a while. And that is, let me go up here and lock my cursor onto the screen now that it's not going to be on the thingy, the intro. I haven't made videos for a while, and there's a few reasons. But I was mostly holding off until I actually started college. I haven't actually started college yet, but I actually have my college schedule, and after thinking about it, I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter how much college is going to put on me. I could always have time for some videos every now and again. So I'm going to try and have this every day, every other day. I might start up something else, but I'll try and only keep it low profile, not a lot, but still doing something because I really like doing this. I always did. It was just other things kind of pushed me in the direction of not really, well, doing it. I know that's super specific, but I decided on a game that I wanted to do before, which people who have been watching me for a while and somehow decided this day. I tried to do this when I didn't have this computer and instead had an old computer from about 2004 or so when the power supply on this one burned out. And when I tried to do that, on larger maps, it seemed fine because I was testing it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I didn't see a problem. But when the maps became larger, the game started to lag terribly when it was being recorded, and I had to stop that. Now, I'll be able to do it just fine. So let's get into it. However, I am not going to be doing the Terran campaign just straight up. No. I'm going to be doing this in a very special way. I was also using the Enslavers campaign, which is the thing I'll mention. I was using that to test my sounds in actual combat to see how to actually put them down well enough. But no. With this special download that I have, there is the bonus maps, which is the... I'm gonna have to go check that, because those aren't there. Huh. I do hope those are actually there. I was hoping for that. Maybe I didn't put them in correctly. But there is the... obviously the Enslavers. Some extra bonus maps that are just for regular play. But most importantly, there is the Precursor campaign. The Precursor campaign is special in that it was available only as the demo for Starcraft, not in the actual game, and it actually gives a little bit of information, obviously with the name like Precursor, as to a little bit of stuff that happened before Starcraft actually starts. And I was really excited to learn that, so I'm going to be doing this first. There are 5 missions, shouldn't take too long, maybe like 4 videos I want to say, because obviously beginning levels are going to be fairly short. I'm going to keep these around 25 minutes or so. You know, because it's a strategy game, it needs to be a little bit longer, but I don't want it to go like, here's a half hour unless I'm nearly done a level, in which case I'll just extend it. But let's do the campaign of Precursor.
General Duke has instituted a brief field training exercise for all new Alpha Squadron commanders. The training grounds are prepared and the exercise may be initiated at your convenience. Simply press Start to begin the exercise. You may skip the exercise by selecting Skip Tutorial.
There's no skip tutorial button because this is in the use map settings. I'll do it anyway. If you...
T-280 SCV is the cornerstone of our hostile environment construction and resource gathering operations.
Need to fix that to make it go faster.
In order to build a thriving colony, numerous SCVs are necessary. You can build additional SCVs at a command center.
Plus it'll explain things better than I could. Most likely. I have my Marines here, have those guys mining. And the tutorial isn't going to be that long. Just build a couple stuff and collect a couple things. From what I remember when I briefly did the Precursor campaign, because I actually ended up... Oh, do I have enough supplies now? I have the resources. I actually played the Precursor campaign just by myself when I had the computer. It really covers a whole lot, and we'll get to that when we get there, but something I'd like to note, one of the nice things... you can stop now. One of the bad things about the game is that the AI is kind of derpy sometimes. One of the nice things is that for the different factions of the same type, like different Terrans, they will actually be a color for their faction. Like, the white is always the Confederates. There will be other colors later on, but the thing about playing the Confederates is that the Confederates you don't actually learn a whole lot about besides you're fighting them in the actual game. Which I was like, you get to play the Confederates? Sure, why not? Find out what's going on behind the scenes. Because in the campaign itself, the Confederates are made out to be bad guys and crappy people and all that stuff. Also, those are Zerglings. Just a couple of them. We have a dozen Marines. It's not that tough. By the way, get a refinery, please. Oh, hey, you found another Zergling. But it was really interesting to find out a little bit of background of something that you don't actually find out a whole lot about in the campaign, no matter what. And of course there's also the Enslavers, which is
processes raw Vespene gas, converting it into a form which your SCVs can gather.
The Enslavers campaign is different in the fact that it was kind of a veteran campaign, because the way it's designed, it's actually supposed to be more difficult than the actual game itself, and as such, thus veteran. And when I heard that there's a sequel to it, I'm like, cool, I'll do that too. But what I'm probably going to do is probably play the standard Starcraft, split it up with the Enslavers campaign, but playing the Enslavers campaign on Brood War, because there's no way when I'm playing Terran, I'm not going to use medics on a veteran campaign. Because you don't actually... There are new units in Brood War, such as the medic, which heals infantry units. These guys, yeah, they're injured forever now. I can't heal them. With the medic, you can. So I feel like you'd be playing it on super expert mode if you didn't use the stuff that came in the expansion. But that wasn't very long because it was just a tutorial.
Adjutant online. We have entered into a low orbit over Chowsara and are preparing to descend to the planet. Receiving incoming transmission.
Lieutenant, it appears you've arrived just in time. As you know, the renegades who call themselves the Sons of Korhal have been working for months to undermine Confederate authority in the fringe colonies. Well, they're on Chowsara now, and I'd like to take care of them without involving the local militia. That's where your Alpha Squadron boys come in. There are to be no arrests, Lieutenant. I hope you understand what I mean. I want this problem solved once and for all. Good hunting.
And now we get to face the Sons of Korhal, who are another faction. Is it slowed down? Yes. Because this is use map settings, it doesn't matter that it goes from level to level. It seems to want to be all, yeah, by the way, your settings get reverted to default every time. But it won't do that in the actual campaign. It just is doing that because these are use map settings, which is very interesting how they're actually connected like that. Like how there's triggers in the use map setting things to go from level to level. I didn't even know that was possible, actually. I forgot about that. Let's build up a nice group of 12 men. And then go out and have fun. Oh wait, I have more men up here. Would you look at that? Yes, the Sons of Korhal are actually a faction in the campaign as well. And you're seeing them from the Confederate side. They're just annoying rebels who are... Ugh. Let's get one more on there. But let's go. Wow, rude. I'll just order you to attack someone specifically when I see it.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm sending you en masse. I will use the attack command. As it stands, I'm just directly controlling you guys. Let's get more Marines. Send you guys over there. You got even more resources. You know, if you somehow manage to use your own base's resources in the Precursor demo campaign. It's not like there's several thousand resources here or anything. By the way, you get on the gas. Since we have gas, we have fire batch, which means we should have the academy. Yeah, let's get an academy. Why not? And what we need to do is find the rebel base, wherever it may be hiding. However, since we have fire bats...
Whatever Wherever they are, you must destroy them, Lieutenant. That is a direct order.
Why did I stop you guys?
Recon Squad, Cerberus reporting. We're here to oversee the extermination of these xenomorphs and contain the spread of any hostile infestation on this colony.
Why wasn't I informed of this? Confederate Command never consulted
We have
me.
our own orders, Magistrate. We don't answer to you. I suggest we get on with this mission. Go ahead, TACOM.
I completely lost my train of thought. We now have the Cerberus Squadron. The Cerberus Squadron does not actually appear in the campaign at all. Like, it's rather interesting. There's this entire faction here. And they have super powerful hero units that do a lot. Their hero firebats have 160 health. My Marines have 40. Ah, I remember. If we have firebats, wouldn't that mean the enemy has fire? Ooh. I would definitely like to get the increased Marine attack range. But yes, if I have firebats, that'll probably mean the enemy has firebats. As you saw from that guy, firebats obviously have flamethrowers and shoot fire. Really good against weak clusters of units such as Zerglings or Marines, which is primarily what I have. Hello? Is anybody? Oh, that's actually their base. I would like you guys to be over here. Please. Also, these are Goliaths. They are mechanical, and therefore we can technically repair them if they get low health. Also, they are incredibly powerful, even for Goliaths. I actually like to use Goliaths. I mean, they're expensive, but they're more durable than Marines. And in the standard campaign, you can't heal Marines. You can heal Goliaths. Basically like a mechanical, a little bit bulkier, but more powerful version of the Marine. By and large, though, getting a large squad of Marines just as cover fire, or really a meat shield, let's be honest, not cover fire. The glass would be cover fire, but getting them as the meat shield in the front is kind of preferable. Did I order you to move or attack move? And we had so many people at their base just got absolutely wrecked. It is technically still a tutorial, I guess. That was it. That was their base. Didn't even explore all of the map. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, actually. You know, we have time for another mission, because that one only took 6 minutes. What do we got?
Receiving incoming transmission.
Greetings again, Lieutenant. I know you're anxious for some answers about those creatures. Suffice to say, they are the subject of current high-level research. We had quarantined a number of these creatures for study, but shortly after our science crews began their experiments, all communication with the Planum installation was lost.
The installation has been compromised, and preliminary scanner sweeps indicate the area is crawling with hostiles. My Cerberus unit will handle the situation inside, but we require Alpha Squadron's assistance getting there. Any other information is on a strict need-to-know basis.
Wow, he's really forceful and demanding, isn't he? I'm just gonna come in and say that we're part of the Confederacy helping you guys against these xenomorphs, not Zergs, because we haven't decided a good name for them yet, without showing any form of official paper or official work to say that I'm part of the Confederacy. Now go do my dirty work for me. Ah, it's slowed down again. Dang it. No, not sound, speed. Thanks. Yes, that would actually be nice. And since we are facing Zerg, what I like to do is have 3 Marines and a Firebat Whereas if we're facing other Terrans, I'll just have 4 Marines, because Firebats don't shoot very far, but when you're facing, you know, melee stuff like Zerglings, having one in there is really useful. Not as useful when enemy Marines are fighting you. A little bit more useful if they try and use a lot of Firebats to soak up fire, which is actually something I like to do, because Firebats do have a little bit more health than Marines do, even if they don't do as much damage to buildings. They're kind of just in general more resilient, and they cost the same as a Marine, but cost a little bit of gas as well. Nah. What is the actual mission objective? Bring 2 Cerberus Firebats, so the Goliaths are expendable. What? To the entrance over here. As you can see, it's not really that close up. The Goliaths are, funnily enough, expendable. These 2 guys will also be expendable because I have 2 Cerberus Firebats in my defensive line. How many people do I have? I have 10. It's good enough. Let's get some more to actually mine gas. And then get some more Marines. I will definitely, most likely not be able to finish this level in a video though. Let's build the geyser. Just order you to go there so that way you'll start collecting. Oh, we do get a comsat station. That'll be helpful. The comsat station, not to be confused with Comcast station. When I first looked at the comsat station, I almost said Comcast. That's why. But, oh, you don't go in there automatically? They give you the scanner sweeps that the guy was mentioning before, and it starts with 50 energy. So if I go over here, that is a lot of Zergling. Firebats are definitely going to be necessary. That or a metric crap ton of Marines. One of the 2. Let's get you in there as well to get a 3rd person. Oh, and a 4th person. Why not? I don't remember. Why am I yawning? I actually got a full night's sleep. Why am I yawning? I don't remember if productivity maxes out at 3 or 4. This might be a little bit further away than its, you know, closest ranges, so it might require 4 anyway. Let's get more Marines, and then once we get enough resources, get their attack range. Their attack range, rather importante. Because if this is going to be an entrenched area, chances are the Zerg might actually have defenses at this point. Let's continue scanning. Yoink. Yeah, that's the sign of a Zerg base. Also, that's a Mutalisk. I don't really like Mutalisks. I never actually really liked using them either, because they're very weak, but very annoying. And I like things that can actually pack a punch, rather than are just annoying.
Not enough minerals.
But yeah, that is Zerg creep. That symbolizes, hey, there's a Zerg base over here. That's a problem. You should get rid of it. You know, if you're not a complete idiot. Also, we do get an engineering bay that allows you to get upgrades. But, yes, anyway. I'm almost guaranteeing that the enemy base will have actual defenses. I should probably not have you guys standing in front of the safety bunkers. Also, I should probably get more supply. Since this is still fairly early, I'm not too worried about these bunkers. They should be fine, but later down the line, I do actually like to put supply depots in front of the bunkers. Because only the smallest things can fit through the cracks between those. Like Zerglings, but then they're in a nice little area getting funneled in for the Firebats, and that's great. Whereas larger stuff like Goliaths or some of the Zerg's other stuff that we'll probably meet in this level cannot actually fit through it and have to destroy the supply depot first if they want to actively get through to the other side. Let's build another supply. And I actually remembered the hotkeys. It's amazing. Put you down there and start getting fire bats. Let's do a little bit of a scan before I call it a video. Yeah, oh, that's a lot of sunken colonies. There's like 4 of them up there. You know what? We're gonna get through it. We're gonna power through it. That's a layer, too. And again, they need that for the spire. That allows them to get the Mutalisk, so...
Not enough minerals.
Let's get this maxed out. Just so I don't forget. Okay. Well, that has been the first episode of the Precursor campaign. We're in mission 3 of 5? Can't be that terrible, right? Right. But that is, although they did have a mission 0 for the tutorial, so technically we're on mission 2. Still. But that is all for now. Till next time. See you later.